Hello everyone, it's J07 here, and for the first time, well, technically second time, welcome to Sandu's Ultimate Custom Night. Um, I finished this game, well, the first demo was finished yesterday, so, I released it, and, yeah, it's here. So for the first demo, only the first 8 characters are finished, and pretty much everyone starting from this guy are not, and they will be added in the next demo. But yeah, that's pretty much what we have here. And I thought, well, what better way to finish this game series than to, make a video on it. So yeah, since the game isn't finished, majority of these challenges aren't exactly like completely possible. Like Sandu Night, like the only characters that will be moving are like Sandu and he, and these other 3 characters are not gonna move. So it wouldn't make sense for me to do a challenge like that. I can do Ladies Night though. I can do Ladies Night, so that is possible. I can do that. It's probably what we're gonna do first. And yeah, we're gonna start off with Ladies Night 1. We're gonna begin. So, if you couldn't tell by now, I tried to make this seemingly just like Ultimate Custom Night. Like, the office, well, not exactly, but you can kind of get the gist. Majority of the mechanics are gonna be the same as Ultimate Custom Night, but not exactly. Um, I started progress on this last year, and I don't exactly know what happened because I finished like the first 5 characters and I just didn't touch the game for 6 months. Then like I came back to it in like December, which was around the time that Stigma's Fun Place was in development. Well, continue because that game was pretty much in the same situation. Oh hey, once I finished that, I started working on this, but then I took like another 6 month break, and then came back, and here we are. And I ended up finishing the game, adding the last 2 characters, and ultimately having to beat 820 mode, which certainly was not an enjoyable experience. It took me a pretty long time to beat that night. Oh hey Melia, how you doing? Yeah, Resident Evil, she killed me the most. She killed me not as much. Tim didn't kill me as much. It was her and James, him right there, and Lucas. Oh hey. Um, the reason why is because Lucas, he has a chance. The reason why Lucas killed me so much, he has a chance of going into this vet. It's not as common, and his normal mechanic is he'll come in here, goes to hide in the locker, but um, during my 5 a.m. runs, for some odd reason, he just went in the vent at every attempt he got. So whenever I wasn't checking the vent, he'd kill me. My worst deaths were like 20 seconds and 50 seconds before the night ended. And, you could say when I died at 5 a.m., it was like 4:09 with like 21 seconds left. Uh, yeah, it wasn't good. It was. I was really really mad. Like that was by far my worst raids ever on like any FNAF game I've ever played because it was so painful. It was so painful. What's actually surprising is that power isn't even a concern in this game, as you can clearly see. It's it's just the fact that there's so much stuff going on that if you just let your guard down in this game for like 1 second, everything will go wrong. And it all starts with her. the thing about her is that she's essentially like Foxy, but you actually have to look at her because if you don't, um, she will leave when you least expected it, and pretty much forces you to keep your camera on at all times. But what's the problem with that? The problem with that is that there's other characters like for example, who Amelia, who require you to keep your camera down and take off all your time. So let's just say that Amelia is in the hallway and Kim is in her third phase. Well, it won't exactly be good for you. You're probably gonna die. And that's exactly what happened to me. Yeah. Another character that killed me a lot was Sandu, and that's just because like he doesn't make any noise whenever he gets to the left door, and a lot of it was just forgetting that he was in the night. Like I check his camera and he'd be there, I'd be like, oh shoot, and I just die. Sometimes I just die by him because I just completely forgot altogether. And another character, he is by far like the entire reason on why this challenge is even difficult. Could you, this dude? So I coded him to where whenever he gets in your camera, he has a chance of appearing whenever you either change to a new camera or you pull your camera up. He can even appear whenever the cam has an error. He also has a chance of appearing there. Well, see, thing about him is that he is in the camera. If he set to 20, he's going to be in the camera like 80% of the night. 80. I'm not even joking. Like he is actually horrible. And though, well, no, he didn't kill me. He prevented me of seeing a lot of people in the cameras, like Sandu. Sandu would be right here, and I wouldn't be able to see him because of he blocking the camera. And while he is transparent in the cameras, sort of, it it's still really difficult to see, and that's kind of another reason why I died, um, so much. James, James, thing about him is that you have to use the flashlight for him in the cameras, and it's pretty much just Amelia, but in the cameras, and it just makes you really vulnerable to Amelia. So what I had to do was that James he's like practically free. If like Emilia is in the hallway, if she's in the hallway, James won't be able to kill you at all if she's in the hallway. Because like imagine if I didn't add that and they both appeared in the hallway. Well, when Amelia gets in the hallway and James gets in the camera at the same time, you would die practically, pretty much. It would be impossible if that happened at the same time. And it happened a lot. Trust me, it happened a lot during my 820 runs. But I in the end became victorious, and let me say it was absolutely awful. If I haven't said that already, there we go. Yeah, that's ladies' night. Easy, easy challenge. Um, some characters that I didn't die to were Daniel, he, and she. I think she appeared twice that entire night. Like she's not a problem. Daniel, he's easy because he is the only character in this mode that makes his presence heard. Like he has a laugh whenever he's at your door. So it's super easy to deal with him. As for everyone else, not so much. And he's the only character in the entire game that is probably gonna have a queue. Let's see. Uh I can do camera control, but I don't think I'm ready for that. I definitely can't do fanmade mania because the only character to be active is Kim and C. So I'm gonna do Sandu's challenge 1. My bad. Sandu's challenge 1. I'm gonna do that. This speaks for itself. Oh, see, yep, and yeah, he is. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about now, right? Hasn't even been 5 seconds into the night, and he's already appeared on my camera like 3 times already. This night is pretty easy. Just watch Sandu, watch James as well because he will also. Get out of here, sucker. Um, I don't need to watch Daniel because Daniel he makes a noise when he gets to the door. See, he laughs. Oh my God, Sandu, you are on nightmare fuel. You see what just happened right there? That happening at the same time, like if you let your guard down, I probably would have died to Sandu right there. And that's what killed me so much. Is stuff like that happening. That is literally what killed me so much. Was that happening? Actually insane. Get out of there. Oh, okay. Just watch this dude, James. Watch Sandu try to come to the door. Sandu, I know you're there. Come on. Yeah, that's right. Get claimed. He's pretty much Freddy. Look, you see how he's already here? Like, that's the stuff I'm talking about. He's so fast for no reason. And you have he being annoying. Out of your Sandu. Come on. Jesus. There you go. You're gone too, sucker. Sucker. Sandu's already back. Close the door. Sandu, come on. There you go. He likes doing that sometimes. He's annoying. Yeah, but now y'all see. Now imagine that paired with Emilia taking all your time in the camera, and Kim keeping her camera on her the whole time, and you have one hell of a night. Excuse my language, but it's the truth. He made this a living hell. He made this a hell. I'm actually not even joking. He literally made this hell. Sandu. Oh my gosh, he get out of my camera. Like, I'm being so serious. Hey, Sandu. Okay, there's James. Is Sandu at the door? I don't know what Sandu's doing. Hey, James. What's going on, man? Okay, so a couple news. First of all, My Stickatorium is out. About time. You can go play that on Scratch. If I'm being real with you, I don't even think it's gonna be able to run on Scratch, so I'd recommend just going on Turbo Warp. It'll definitely run on there. Um, 2 night demo. Actually, hold on. Okay, never mind. Don't play it on Scratch because or Turbo Warp because I think those versions are bugged. And for one, you can't. I made like an error, and for some reason, whenever Stickray is at your door, you can't reboot him. Not Stickray. Well, yes, Stickray, but not at your door. When he's in your office, geez, I'm getting confused. When he's in your office, you can't get rid of him. So if he gets to your office, you're dead. That's no word about it. You're dead. You can't do anything. So I recommend playing the one on Game Jolt, the downloaded version, which that one has no bugs, and I'm sure of it. Please, I put like about a month of effort into that, so I really appreciate it if y'all played that. It really make my day. I've been making videos on that. Eventually, well, my computer can run it, of course, because I don't think it will be able to, because it's slow and I've had it for a long time, so I shouldn't really be surprised. No, just the fact that I made Stigma's custom like chaos on this thing just shows. It really shows how long I've had this thing. Like Stigma's custom like chaos is 2 years old, Stigmaya's Custom Night Chaos is 2 years old, y'all. Stigmaya, he's almost 3 years old. Like, this series is old. And, you know, I'm not gonna leave it alone until I finish it. Which is why I was being serious when I said in that Game Joe post, I'm not gonna stop this Stigmaya series until it's done. I'm gonna finish this series. Stigmaya's even fun. Since Five Nights at Stigmaya's unfortunately wasn't finished, because I got sick. I it's only fair that I finish a series that started my whole Scratch career. Well, one of the first ones. I think the first series I actually created was the Night Shift and Mousekeys. That's the true first series I ever made. Because it's literally the only one apart from Stigmaya's anime that has a second game. I mean, that never got finished either, but that's for another reason. I didn't know how to make a FNAF 2 style game at the time. For example, if you actually play that game and go into the code, it's nothing like Five Nights at Stigmaya's 2. But now that I'm experienced and I can make all sorts of AIs, it's really cool. I can make all sorts of cool stuff. Because I love doing this. It's fun. I've been doing it for so long, I really enjoy doing this. This is like just cool that I somehow managed to figure out a lot of this myself without getting any help. Like art, I've just been like a solo developer for years. I've just done all this myself. Cause a lot of Scratch FNAF fan games, they aren't exactly the best. I want to proceed from that. That's why I made a lot of my remakes and stuff. Cause games now they're just blah. You know. All right. Sandu Night 1, Sandu Challenge 1, Sandu Challenge 2 just introduces Amelia, and this is essentially 820 mode. Except I don't have to set Kim. That's pretty much it. But I'm gonna save that for the second one. Second video doing this, and I'm gonna do another one. Let's see. I might do a randomized night. Oh, that's gonna be difficult though. Let me think. Should I do camera control? Should I do camera control? I don't have to deal with Amelia, so that's a dub. Should I do camera control? Or should I do Sandu's Challenge 2? I'm just gonna go with the latter. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If you're hard, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. It landed on camera control, so that's what we're gonna do. How exactly did I determine that? I don't know. I just said something random and hope that it worked, and I guess it is. We're doing camera control. Okay, why do I keep doing that? Okay, this is actually gonna be a bit of a challenge because what's her face is set to 20. This girl, she didn't really cause me a lot of problems. Actually, it's rather just watching her. Make sure she attacks as little as possible. Because if you look at her in the cameras, she won't be able to move. Oh, I have to deal with Lucas. I have to deal with Lucas, don't I? God. I have to deal with Lucas. I hate Lucas. Oh, she's already on the move. Hey, y'all. Hey, James. Okay, I don't have to do a Sandu zooming like a gajillion miles per hour. And I don't think she is in this night either. I know he is. Hey. Get shocked. Sucker. Oh, there's Lucas. What's going on, bro? You're in the hallway now? Or is that Sandu? Lucas. What's going on, man? Okay, Kim, you can, like, stop moving. You move slow. Sandu, you move slow, too. I thought I opened the door. I guess not. Yeah, Sandu, you need to move. I think he's in the hall. No, he went to the. Oh, he's clam sucker. Lucas is in there. He jamming. James is there. Kim, what are you looking at, bro? Like, seriously. I didn't mean to do that. What are you doing? What are you looking at, man? Like, you are literally Hey Arnold. You have a football head, quite literally. You took that insult to the next level and literally gave yourself a football head, even though I literally made you. I made you, but you have a football head, so no, doesn't really change it anymore. Okay. So many people, you may be wondering this, but what exactly spawned this game to be made? That's a pretty good question. I'll start. So originally, if it wasn't obvious by now, this wasn't supposed to be a custom night. Rather, it was supposed to be another game known as Sandu's Nights. Because the Sandu's character only has 3 characters, I decided to add like 2 of my own, which were Kim and C. I think, am I forgetting anyone? I don't think so. It was her and C, which is the other girl that appears right in front of you. They were both added to this. Now, I don't know exactly what happened. Actually don't know the true reason. I just know it was a original night mode and everything, but then I ended up changing it to a custom night because I guess I think I that could have happened is that oh hey Lucas, was that there was already gonna be too many celebrities. Oh shoot. Oh god. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was talking so much I wasn't even paying attention. Um anyway, the reason on why that happened and why I got changed to a custom night because there's too many Sandy's Challenge remakes already, and no one was thinking of making a custom night. So I was like, hey, I could take the opportunity to make a custom night. And not only that, but add my other characters that were never added to Sandy's Nights and add them to the custom night. Like, a good idea since there aren't that very many Sandy's Challenge characters anyways, so, what better way than to add my own? And that's pretty much where they came from. That's why Kim and those other Sandu's characters that you probably won't recognize if you know who Sandu is are in this game. And that's why they're here. And that's essentially why this was made. And this is one of the very few games where I actually hand drawn the characters. Because I don't use PaintNet, which I probably should be using that from now on, but it takes time. And another thing that I have to start doing is to figure out how to use Game Maker slash ClickTeam Fusion. I have no idea how to use any of those. And until I do, I will never let it live down. Because I'm way too old to still be using Scratch. I should be using ClickTeam by now. But to be real with you, before I want to start using that, I want to learn how to improve my art drawing process, Like, my art isn't exactly the best. That shows as to why, my longest lasting series is about Stickman. And, what really carries the whole game is not even the game itself, it's just the story. And just the fact that, very few Stickman games, are actually as convoluted as Stick Myers is. A lot of them are just the standard FNAF 1 animatronics survive till 6 a.m. No, my games aren't like that. I like to do something different. I mean, considering the fact that Stick Maya and his friends are clones, but that's pretty much the only true FNAF finesse concept I took. There really is nothing else from FNAF that really carried into the Stick My series apart from that, but it literally doesn't even matter because oh, he went in the vent. God, I wasn't checking there. Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, he went in the vent, see? See what I said at the beginning of this video? If you're not paying attention, let your guard down. He will take advantage of that. Um, yeah, that's literally why. Anyway, yeah. As I was saying, Stigmaya's, a lot of these Stickman games, they just follow the basic FNAF 1 idea, but I wanted to do something different, you know, and make a good story and finish the story that Stigmaya's Five Nights at Stigmaya's were never able to finish because I got sick. Imagine, I wonder what would have happened if I had never gotten sick and Five Nights at Stigmaya's 3 would have gotten finished, which it definitely would have been finished if I didn't get sick. But I wonder what would have happened if I never got sick. What would have happened? Would Stigmaya's Eaten Fun even exist? Like, did you take the time to think about that? Like, would Stigmaya's Eaten Fun even ever exist if I had never gotten sick? I mean, it probably would have existed in some form, but this sheer fact. Well, pure okay. My English is not doing very good right now. Just the fact that this never would have existed had not I gotten sick is just insane. But because I was sad that I never finished the series, I decided to finish what I started and finish the series once and for all. And I do mean it when I say that Stigmaya's Ian Friendship was by far the most convoluted series of FNAF fan games I've ever made in my career, and I mean that, and that's the truth. Because I did a lot of stuff for this series that I've never done in any of my other games before. Like, for example, mini games. I think I said this in the last Stigma because I'm like, hey, video. Yeah, mini games. Like, do you think I would have ever added any mini games to the Five Nights at Stigma series before? With my experience at the time, no, I don't think so. I know I wasn't thinking about that. I know for a fact I wasn't thinking about that. You can 100% count that I definitely was not thinking about that at the time. And you can trust me, I wasn't. Mini games, I was like, how the frick would I be able to make a mini game? Like, how do people even do that? You know, that's so complicated. You know, like who would even think of doing such a thing? I know I wasn't thinking about that. I know I wasn't thinking about that. I can say that for sure. Mini games were far from my idea. Okay. So if you're wondering what's next for game development, the only real thing I plan on finishing is my Stickatorium. Like, just getting that done and out of the way. And I'm being for real. Like, I actually want to finish that before summer ends. Because the game is practically done in terms of all the more difficult stuff to do. It's just normal developer nonsense, and then once I get all that done, and the cutscenes, get the custom night, and make sure that the save system actually works this time, then that'll pretty much be it in terms of the stuff for the game. And 4, that probably won't be made for a while. So don't expect it to be made so quickly because it probably won't. If I know me, I know it's probably not going to be made so quickly. So don't plan on it being made so early because it probably won't. But if it does, whatever. Plus, it'll be really easy to make anyway since my Stickeritorium is the last complicated game I'm probably going to make ever because it took a very long time. For some reason my door wasn't working. Yeah, Stigma's Secretorium was like it was a lot of trial and error trying to get that stuff to work. Like for example, the panning. Like the panning that was, and I mean it. Panning in the thing, panning isn't exactly difficult to make. What actually made it difficult to do was that you have the ability to turn around in your office, and if you know something about that, wow. Okay. I didn't show up in time. Okay, clearly I'm not good enough to beat this set challenge, so I'm just gonna do another easy one and then call it a day. I'm not good enough to beat this yet. Clearly. I'm gonna do something so I can just talk. Yeah, we're gonna do Sandu night because I just want to talk, like, honestly. And then yeah, I'm gonna do Sandu night. Cause I just wanna talk, like, just go over all the stuff that's happened. Well, mainly stick by Stickatorium. Yeah, like that is like the last complicated game that is gonna be made, and then that's essentially it in terms of like complicatedness. Like, well, what about the story? Oh, the story's not finished. Well, at least all the more interesting stuff. Like after Sigma Stickatorium, you know, stories, all the more like interesting stuff is just done. You know, that's pretty much it. There ain't nothing else to it, and and that's cool because Stigma's Pt.1 which is the fourth game, it's gonna be like FNAF 4, nightmares. That one is probably the closest to the FNAF storyline. Not exactly, but it's overall the same idea. Um, because the game isn't gonna be very complicated at all. I'm gonna try and focus more on like the story part. You know, focus more on the story rather than just the game. Because Stigma took a time, I tried to put a lot of detail into it, but then I realized, it's cool to put all that detail into it, but like that takes a lot. It takes a lot from you. Like that took weeks. Like it took an entire week just to finish the office and cameras alone. Like y'all don't even understand. Like I put so much work into that, and it was worth it. It was 100% worth it. I'm not saying I regret it in any sort of way. I'm just. It's just kind of like a. I don't exactly know what I'm trying to say. Actually, like Stigma is eat and fun. That game is good. It did very well. I think that was a very good game. Gets you started into the storyline, at least a little bit hooked. Like if you actually played the game and got all the way to night 6, then like you wouldn't know what happened. Then if you played the second game, it kind of spoils you more. In my opinion, the first and second games they don't exactly get you engaged into the story. I think the third game gets you into the story because there's mini games and cutscenes. Well, Sigmar's Film Place has cutscenes, but it's like the mask one from FNAF 2. And the thing about even then, like the mask scenes, they won't even make sense unless you've played Stigma Stickatorian's mini games. Because one of the mini games, which will be in the full version, are actually in correlation to the mini games. Well, to the mask sequence in Stigma's Fun Place. And when you play it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Um. Dang. Two more games, y'all. Two more games, and then I think that's pretty much it for me for Stigma's. I was thinking about finishing Stigma's Guts and Night Chaos, which I probably will if I have enough Steam, but that's practically it. I don't really have any other ideas to make anything else. I don't have any other ideas. Like I don't really know. I mean, I could make something else, but it just won't be the same. Like my motivation now, in comparison to like when I was in like seventh grade, which is where Stigma's Five Nights at Stigma's 1 and 2 were made, it's not the same. Like back then, I was like, "Ooh, I was so excited! I can't wait to get this done!" Like the Stigmata series is finally gonna be finished. Well, more specifically, I'm finally making game. They're gonna be able to finish the series. But now it's just like I just want to get it done just to finish it. Like I don't really feel like. I mean, I do feel like yes, I did this, but it's just not the same as it was in seventh grade and eighth grade. You know, like, and that's just the thing with getting old. Like, you start to not really care as much for these things, and that's literally why I took like so many longer breaks the older I got because you know there's other stuff that I have to worry about. Life starts to kick in, and I can't really just put all my attention on a blue stickman and his friends. Even though I created them, you just it's just something you can't pay attention to the whole time. Because you have a life. Like there's other stuff that you can do, and that's literally why like I don't really have the motivation to make any other game. Like unless it's like for one of my family members or something. But like the truth is, I just want to make it for fun. You know, I make it for fun. That's the whole reason why I made this series to begin with. I made it for fun, and I made it for my family, my siblings. But we're getting older. They don't really care for it. Well, at least my sister does, but she's too young, and I bet she'll forget about it by the time she gets older. But like, that's essentially it. I'm not making it for fun. I don't really make games for fun, and it just seems like I'm not exactly making games that I have 100% motivation of making. Like, I have motivation to finish the Stigmatized Game Fun series, but that's only because the other series wasn't finished. It's not exactly because I want to finish it just because. I just want to finish it because the other one wasn't finished. You know? Yeah, that's essentially it. I know I said it like 3 times already, but after the fifth game and probably Custom Night Chaos V3, that that's pretty much it. It might be two. I might finish it in two, just to cut me some slack. All right. Enough yapping. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to beat camera control because I was talking too much and wasn't paying attention. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Um, remember, I'll be doing a part 2 on this. Actually beating those challenges without less yapping. If you want to see more videos or you want me to play any other games, just put it in the comments. Or for you to play anything that's appropriate. Excuse me. Um, with that being said, today's was over here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for more notifications. I'll be uploading another video in time. In time, you'll be expecting it. That being said, this is me signing out. Peace.